Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyev च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय. Assembled devotees की जय. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas, welcoming all of you to the Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the order of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity, Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Before we move on to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, Danvat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Pritidasi from Charlotte. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call. Maharaj is already there.
Hare Krishna, Vanita Gandharvika Mataji, all Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaji. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Rani. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter number 13, 23rd verse. Before I hand over the call to Maharaj, I request Param Bhavani Shama Mataji, please take over from here and give a brief introduction of Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, dear Mataji. Thank you for the opportunity of this service of introducing today's speaker, His Holiness Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami Maharaj, who was born in Oko, Odama. He grew up as a Roman Catholic. From a very young age, he has been very spiritually minded, and he studied the Bible intensely with the sole aim of understanding God and his entire creation. He once asked his Bible teacher about the concepts of reincarnation and karma, and the teacher in anger told him that his questions were unbiblical. Not satisfied with this response, he started searching for answers in other faiths. In 1980, he came in touch with the Hare Krishna movement. In 1985, he received the formal initiation, Diksha, from His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj, a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna consciousness and received the Brahman or second initiation in 1986. 25th March 2005 in Mayapur, in India, he was awarded the Renounced Order of Life and given the name Bhakti Dhira Damodara Swami by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. From 2011, he also started serving in the capacity of an initiating spiritual master. Hare Krishna, dear Mataji, over to you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much for that introduction. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for joining us, blessing all of us with your sweet association. We are eagerly waiting to hear from you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to all of you. Thank you for sweet Parama Papanisham Devi Dasi for your sweet biography. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Can we start now?
Yes, Maharaj, please.
Okay. Let's do the normal rituals. It goes with our process. This normal ritual. Let's go with our process. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarana Sudanandana Prajajanarandana Yasudanandana Prajajanarandana Yamunatira Panacharandi Yamunatira Panacharandi Jaya Radhami Yapa Kunjabi Jaya Radha Anga Kunjabi Gopijana Vala Girivara Gopijana Vala Girivara Sudanandana Prajajanarandana Yasudanandana Prajajanarandana Yamunakira Anacharana Munatira Anacharana Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev, Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev, Jai Guru, Hari Guru. Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Hari Guru, Hari Guru. Jayam Vishnupat Paramahamsa Padiva Jagacharya Hastuttarasita Sri Srimad His Divine Grace ISKCON Founderacharya Jagat Guru A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jayam Vishnupat Paramahamsa Padiva Jagacharya Hastuttarasita Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnav Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridasa Kura Ki Jai. Friends go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopinath Shyama Radha Kunda Giri Gauravan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadu Mayapur Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganges Mai Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. All glories assemble devotees. All glory to Shri Guru, Shri Gauranga, Namo Vishnu Padya Krishna Prita Bhutale, Srimati Bhakti Tirtha Swami Nityam, Namaste Krishna Padaya Prabhupada Shaitan Gaura Karuna Sakti Vati Tirtha Chinmani. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayat Nashta Praesvabhadrishu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavat Yutamansaloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashti Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Gyana Timurandasya Yananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Utaparakam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Siri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Purijana Sahita Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Valita Sri Visakan Vitascha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radhakanta Namastute Taptakanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Pataru Vyascha Kripa Suti Bhatta Patitanam Pavanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you all very much for giving us a chance to associate with all of you. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 13. The behavior of a perfect person. Text 23. Tatapi bruma he prashnams tavarajan jata shrutam sambha saniyo hi bhavan atmana sudhim ichata. Tatapi bruma he prashnams tavarajan jata shrutam sambha saniyo hi bhavan atmana sudhim ichata. Tatapi brumahi prasnams tavarajan jata shrutam sambha saniyuhi bhavan atmana sudhim ichata. Tatapi, still, brumahe, I shall answer. Prashnan, all the questions. All the questions. Tava, your. Rajan, O king. Jata Shutam, as I have learned by hearing from the authorities. Sambhas and Yaha, fit for being addressed. He, indeed, Bhavan, you, Admanaha of the self, Sudhim, purification, Ichata, by one who desires. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. My dear King, although you know everything, you have posed some questions, which I shall try to answer according to what I have learned by hearing from authorities. I cannot remain silent in this regard, for a personality like you is just fit to be spoken to by one who desires self-purification. This is perfect. And Prabhupada said, a saintly person doesn't wish to speak to anyone and everyone, and is therefore grave and silent. Generally, a common man does not need to be advised. Unless one is prepared to take instructions, it is said that the saintly person should not address him, although sometimes because of great kindness, Papa is speaking about himself, a great kindness. A saintly person speaks to ordinary men. As for Prahlad Maharaj, however, since he was not a common ordinary man, whatever questions he posed will have to be answered, even by a great and exalted personality. Therefore, the saintly Brahmana did not remain silent, but began to answer. These answers, however, were not concocted by him. This is indicated by the word Jata Shutam, meaning, as I have heard from the authorities. In the Parampara system, when the questions are bona fide, the answers are bona fide. No one should attempt to create or manufacture answers. One must refer to the Shastras and give answers according to Vedic understanding. The word Jata Shutam refers to Vedic knowledge. The Vedas are known as Shruti because this knowledge is received from authorities. The statements of the Vedas are known as Shruti Pramana. One should quote evidence from the Shruti, the Vedas or Vedic literature, and then one statement will be correct. Otherwise, one's word will proceed from mental compaction. That is the end of Srila Prabhupada's purport to text 23 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 13, entitled The Behavior of a Perfect Person. Hare Krishna. A very beautiful conversation between Prahlad Maharaj and his Brahman. And this section, the Brahmana is responding to the questions of Prahlad Maharaj, 21, 22, 23. It's three verses there. The conversation, the questions that Prahlad Maharaj asked, and the Brahmana is responding. So he said, "My dear king, although you know everything, one who knows everything does not need to ask anyone anything. We ask questions because we don't know and we want to know. So we ask questions. And the person who knows will teach us. He will not ask the question, he will teach us. But here, Prahlad Maharaj is addressed as one who knows everything, and yet he is asking. This is not a mistake. It's not a mistake. And you know that Prahlad Maharaj is testing the Brahmana, which many of us do like that. Some devotees, they hear a lecture from somebody, they will not ask the person in question. They're going to ask somebody else to see if a person knows that. That is not what is happening here. This is a transcendentally pure exhibition of a behavior of pure devotees with each others. The pure devotees, they celebrate their Krishna consciousness and their feast. The feast is relished by those who are fortunate. Like Narada Muni was not being spoken to by these Bhaktivedantas. They were not speaking to him. They were speaking among themselves. And that is the feast. They celebrating among themselves. Excuse me. And we saw Sri Mahaprabhu was doing the same thing. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asking Ramananda questions. He was answering. He was asking questions. He was answering. He was asking Haridas Thakura questions. Haridas was speaking the glories of the holy name. In the case of Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, they were asking him questions. He was answering. So they organized themselves to speak and also to hear, to teach us the process that when devotees meet, what we should do. Like business people, when they meet, they will talk business. You don't see business people talking about politics. You don't see politicians talking about business. You don't see musicians talking about carpentry or building. They will talk about their profession. So when devotees meet, devotees will speak about devotional activity, devotional service, and Krishna. This is what is happening. That they are teaching us what we should do as devotees. When we come together, instead of speaking something else, let us speak about Krishna. So the Brahmana said, although you know everything, you have put some questions. I have taken a vow of silence. But you as the kind of devotee you are, I will break my vow of silence. Why would he do that? Prabhupada put it very nicely here. For a personality like you is just fit to be spoken to. Why? Why he should be spoken to? Because by speaking to an exalted pure devotee like Prahlad, what will happen to the speaker? One get purification. I will break my silence. This is a fortune for me. After all, why will one take any austerity if for purification? And now we have the object of purification before us. Why should one waste time for unnecessary thing? Let me take advantage. I will break my vow. Haridas Thakura said, one who take a vow and did not keep the rest is so contaminated that the person's face will not be seen. But this is not a violation of a vow. Because he said here, just mentioned, the austerity or not speaking is for purification. Because if one maintains silence, there's the inner development for that austerity. That is why many people do it. If you don't speak, you will develop inner strength. Yes, that is the secret. So, speaking about devotee, speaking about Krishna, the best way to develop inner strength. So, a wise Brahmana who is a devotee, I said, I will break my silence to speak to you because this is the process of purification before me. Sanatana Goswami said, anyone who sees Prahlad Maharaj, anyone who hears Prahlad Maharaj, anyone who touches Prahlad Maharaj will be purified. Now he's speaking to Prahlad Maharaj. So purification. Yes. And what is he speaking? I will speak to you according to Prabhupada said, Jata Shrutam. I will not concoct anything. I'm not going to create any false thing, some fanciful thing to present to win your heart. I will speak according to the scripture. I will speak according to our chariots. I will speak according to what our chariots have approved. I will speak just that. That is the purity of speaking. That is purity. The speaker will become purified. The hearer becomes purified. Because this is the activity of those who are pure and who knows how to enjoy life. I cannot remain silent in this regard, for a person like you is just fit to be spoken to by one who desires self-purification. So I will speak. And then properly speaking. A saintly person does not wish to speak to anyone and everyone. Just like Krishna, and Lord Krishna said that in 725, Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, text 25. Krishna said, Naham Pakasa Sarvasaha. Yeah. 725. Naham Prakasa Sarvasya Yogamaya Samavataha. Mudho Jam Nabija Nati Lokamam Ajam Abhyayam. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my eternal creative potency, Yog Maya. And so the deluded world knows me not, who am unborn and infallible. Because I reserve the right. He has the right not to expose himself to anybody and anyone. Similarly, his pure representatives also, they have right not to speak to any person they don't feel necessary to speak to. They will speak only to those who will hear them, because they're not speaking for material gain. They are not speaking to advertise their own position. They are speaking for the benefit of the whole world. Therefore, they will select whom to speak with, because the etiquette of speaking, proper mention here, proper mention. And he is therefore grave and silent, grave and silent, because they select whom they should speak to. Generally, a common man does not need to be advised. Unless one is prepared to take instruction, it is said that a saintly person should not address him. Although sometimes, because of great kindness, a saintly person speaks to ordinary men. That is the causeless mercy of pure devotees. The general principle is, etiquette is that we should not speak to those who are not interested in Christian consciousness. We shouldn't speak to them. If we do, any offense they make, you will see that. Because they are not ready, they will be suffocating if you start speaking Christian consciousness to them. Oh, you fools and rascals, you're useless. Let me make you useful. Sit down. Let me teach you Christian consciousness. It's like you are feeding a 3-month-old baby pizza. It's pizza. It will suffocate. It's not good for the baby. Similarly, those who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, forcing them to hear Krishna Katha is not good for them. Therefore, we will become an offender. But because the pure devotees are so merciful, so kind, sometimes they will try to find the fortune of conditioned souls. They will find the fortune of conditioned souls. So they will speak. Still, they are cautious. Even though they will speak, they are cautious. Is someone not interested? Who's in here? Connected and secure. Frozen here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now, Maharaj.
Okay. Thank you.
Your video is frozen though, Maharaj.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's why I was posting. Yes. So yes, pure devotees, they try to find the fortune of conditioned soul. They have interest to help. Therefore, they will find a way to help conditioned soul, to find a way to find our fortune. For example, when Prabhupada went to America, who was interested in Krishna? Nobody was interested there. But he injected Krishna consciousness in a very mild way. He didn't dilute it. At the same time, he gave it in a dose which does not intoxicate them, which does not agitate the mind unnecessarily. Then gradually, they develop to be able to accept it. This is the expertise for pure devotee, which is motivated by their purity, their compassion they have for living entities. Otherwise, they will remain grave. When they find opportunity, they will go into it. And Sri Prabhupada did this, and that is how we came here. He created our fortune, although we are not, some of us, not all, some of us are not fit for it. Shreya Kairava Chandrika. That is what Chaitanya said. Prabhupada is a perfect example of that. He expanded the benediction moon in this way. So he violated the law like the Brahmana violated his vow to speak. Prabhupada violated the law to inject Krishna consciousness to all of us. He did that. And he succeeded because his intention was pure. If it were materially motivated, he would agitate me. he would have agitated the mind and he would have been successful. But he succeeded because the great compassion he had in his mind towards conditioned soul. As for Prahlad Maharaj, however, since he was not a common ordinary man, whatever questions he posed will have to be answered, even by a great and exalted personality. Therefore, the saintly Brahmana did not remain silent, but began to answer. These answers, however, were not concocted by him. This is indicated by the word Jata Shrutam, meaning as I have heard from the authorities. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was teaching us this by how he dealt with what's the Brahmana? I'm just remembering the name. So, yes, he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What the name is disappearing? Then, my dear Lord, I have given commentary on Bhagavatam, and I would like to hear it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear, I only know two things, the holy name of Krishna and the son of Maharananda. That's the only thing I know. I don't have interest for anything else. No. This, I did not even touch the commentary of Sridhara Swami because what Sridhara Swami, it is inferior. I didn't touch even one word from him. I created it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, anyone who does not follow Sridhara Swami is a prostitute. Useless. I would never hear Balabacharya. Thank you. Balabacharya. Yeah, it's Balabacharya. Balabacharya is a scholar. He met Chaitanya 3 times, and every time, the first time he met was Prayag. That he was gentle. That he was gentle. And Chitam also teaching me a good lesson. He taught me a good lesson. It is there that Sanatana Goswami came to meet Chitam Mahaprabhu. And Rupa Goswami, they came to, it's a, Prayag. It's a Anupam Rupa Goswami that came. So he wanted to touch them, and he said, "Oh no, please, you are a Brahmana. Please don't touch them. We are contaminated." And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, "Yes, don't touch them. You are exalted Brahmana. They are low class people. Don't touch them. You are exalted Brahmana." But at that time he was better. So he looked at the Rupa and Anupam carefully, and he said, these people, their tongue is constantly vibrating the holy name. How can you say they are contaminated? Oh, yes, he got it. They are very exalted. But the time who was teaching him, see, you are a Brahmana with false ego. So don't touch these people. They ran away from him. They didn't allow him to touch them. But he noticed something, that they are not contaminated people. They are not low class people because their tongue is constantly chanting the holy name. But when he came to Jagannath Puri, he misbehaved. Vallabhacharya, he misbehaved. He came with this his so-called commentary. Chaitanya rejected it. I will not hear it. He tried. I will not hear it. Another day again he came. He want to meet Abdotacharya. Abdotacharya, you are a scholar. You are a very big scholar, a devotee. See, a chaste woman cannot mention the husband's name. We are all Prakriti, the wives of Krishna, the husband. Why are you calling your husband name so openly like this? This is not a good behavior. Dr. Charas Prabhu said, the Lord is here. Please go and ask him the question. Don't waste your time with me. Go and ask him the question directly. So he foolishly went to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that a chaste lady will follow the instruction of the husband. And Krishna's instruction is what? Satatam, Krita, Yanto, Mam, 9:14. So what is our fault? Vallabhacharya was so downtrodden. He was so disappointed. He was so morose. I would think every time I come here and this dismantled everything, how will I exist? Ego was burning. I was suffering because of that. Then he went to Gadadhara Pandit and forcefully, even without asking permission, he forcefully started narrating. Gadadhara Pandit was in trouble. Say, Rachitamba, you're going to chastise me for listening to this man. He forcefully is pushing, he was pushing, narrating. But Gadadhara Pandit, the Lord knows my heart. He knows that he knows my heart, so I'm not worried. He did that until he got the blessing of Gadadhara Pandit. Then he went to beg Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for forgiveness. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him, see, we should not write books based on our scholastic ability. We should not write books just to make a show. We should write books as a glorification for Krishna. It is a service. So all the things you have written is garbage, because Sridhara Swami is authority. His authority. Any person who does not take blessing from him to comment on the book, he completely useless. That is useless. So I have no time to waste for this nonsense. We should do things that are according to the authority, not according to our mundane ability. So, in the parampara system, when the questions are bona fide, the answers are bona fide. No one should attempt to create or manufacture answers. One must refer to the sastras and give answers according to Vedic understanding. The words that are should refer to Vedic knowledge. The Vedas are known as Shruti because this knowledge is received from authorities. That is why some less intelligent people does not accept Smriti because Smriti is a commentary of Shruti on Shruti. So they feel that no, this is ordinary man. Sometimes people say like that. This book are from ordinary people. These books are not from ordinary people. They are not from ordinary people. Dharamastu Sakshat Bhagavad Pranitam. Lord Krishna introduced a religion. He established a religion. He established a scripture. Nobody can establish that. When that scripture is established, Lord Krishna will authorize his representative to represent him by speaking. So when they speak on Shruti, the Smriti is also Shruti. Therefore, in Bhagavatam, the Papa used the word Nigama. He said the Vedas. The Vedas. Bhagavatam is a commentary. So, in my own understanding, Smriti is superior to Shruti. Why? Because without the commentary, who will understand? Who will understand? Just a day before he gave the Vedas to his student, he had to train them. So if they are not trained, how would they understand? And how would they represent? And why? That is why the Smriti is necessary, it's important because the Smriti make the Shruti important. So Prabhupada not give a purport to the Vedas. Who will understand these things? Who will understand? We can speculate. That is okay. But the meaning will be different. When the Christians speak something, there are so many meanings into it. Our chariots can interpret what Krishna meant by a certain word. Sometimes you see Prabhupada, they say cha and cha as well as cha also. How is that? Because he knows the Krishna's mind. When he says cha, he knows why he says cha in this connection. He knows. Therefore, he can relate it accordingly. So I accept Smriti because Smriti helps to understand Shruti. One should quote evidence from the Shruti, the Vedas, or Vedic literature, and then one's statement will be correct. Otherwise, one's word will proceed from mental concoction. Mental concoction will not help the person. Therefore, the Brahmana said, problem, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to concoct. You're not a false person, so I cannot give any false thing because also I'm not false. So I will speak exactly as I have had it for my own purification. That is for those who love themselves. Those who love themselves will do something which is beneficial for everyone. And our acharyas have established these auspicious benedictions for all. And we should simply follow this process of benediction and we will become purified. And those who hear us will be purified. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji.
Hare
Pranam.
Thank you.
Thank you so much Maharaj Ji for the beautiful class. With your permission, do you have time for the question and answer session?
Yes, you can ask, can give comments.
Devotees, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. I'll ask your names.
Comments, questions.
Yes, devotees, if you have any comments or questions, please raise your hands.
Hare Krishna,
Maharaj,
Binda Prabhu, Devi.
yes, there is one comment in the comment box by Urmila Devi Dasi. Hare Krishna Maharaj ji, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. Maharaj, she requests you to please share the benefits of keeping the vow of silence. Also, you mentioned it develops inner strength. So, how silence gives us inner strength? This is her question.
Yes. Srila Prabhupada has said that when we speak nonsense, that is like a croaking of a frog. we simply speak garbages, we distribute the garbages, we get contaminated and we contaminate others. When we don't speak, when we remain silent, actually it's a communication with the super soul. With the silence means to communicate. Introspection means to communicate with the super soul. And that develop our the heart, make the heart very strong, because some realizations comes when we do that. We get some realizations. Without contemplation, there's no realization. Therefore, it is necessary for all of us to have time to contemplate, to communicate with the super soul. And that will reveal many things, and realization will come. So we become very strong in our Krishna consciousness. All right.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for the beautiful explanation. And Maharaj, I don't see any hand raised or any
It
more
was
further
Mitra
questions.
Binda Devi. Mitra Binda Devi was hands was up.
Oh, there is one hand raised. Mataji, please go ahead.
Mitra Binda was there.
This is hand raised by Param Pavani Mataji.
Okay.
Mataji, please go ahead.
Sorry. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisance.
Thank you.
Maharaj, I have a question that why generally people thinks that a Smriti is for less intelligence, or why people devalue Smriti than the Shrutis?
Yes, I said they are less intelligent because I gave the reason. I gave the reason that the Smriti have to explain the Shruti. And if we are so powerful that we don't need Smriti, then yesterday we wouldn't have trained the disciple before giving them the Vedas. We just give them, you take, you can go. But because you need explanation, that explanation is Smriti. That's explanation. It has to be explained so we can understand it. Therefore, for someone to say that Smriti is not necessarily always Shruti, and then it means that they are less intelligent. Because, for example, how do all of us get to know about Krishna? Somebody taught us, Prabhupada taught us, right? So what he said, nobody should teach us. You realize God by yourself. You realize God by yourself. Don't worry, just do meditation. But how will you meditate? Meditate on what? There will be explanation for everything. Then we can have a better understanding about that. And when we have a clear understanding about something, then we can do that thing nicely. That's why I said they are less intelligent, because they should have appreciated also the Smriti, that they goes together. I also give an example of Prabhupada. He gave purport. That's how we are able to understand. Even for those who know Sanskrit, you can know the Sanskrit to recite it, but will not have the understanding until it is explained. Why Avacharya have so many commentaries on all the literatures, but not a Kura. Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Six Upanishad. All why they give a explanation? So should have leave it there. I properly putting in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and all this because he wanted to understand. Without the understanding, you cannot understand it. So each one said, "No, don't speak because this is a human being." What kind of human being? It's a perfect human being. It's different from a human being with 4 defects. Even though you may see them to do the same thing we do. Yeah, they eat as we eat. They go to toilet, bathroom like we do. They go to hospital like we do. They are not the same. They're not the same. A gold which has passed through fire is not the same like the gold that are not passed through fire. Even though both of them are gold. One is refined, one is still very crude. They don't have the same capacity. So pure devotees, yeah, they're human beings like us, but they are different. Therefore, they are called pure devotees because they are without 4 defects. All right?
All right. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisance.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maharaj,
Happened
for
to
the
meet Ravinda. She was there and asked a question.
Maharaj. I don't see any more hand raised. Devotees, if you have any question, please raise your hands. And
Otherwise, our time is so we can close.
yes, okay, Maharaj. So devotees, please go ahead, unmute your mic and pay your obeisances to Maharaj ji. Vancha kalpataru vyasya
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
वैष्णवेंद्र की जय।
जय
राधे राधे।
राधे राधे। हरे कृष्ण महाराज।